Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let us do example number 2 for covariance and coefficient of correlation. Once again, the return and expected return of a stock X and Y for 3 periods basically. It is not 2 basically, it is for how many periods? For 3 periods. The return and expected return for 3 periods. How many periods? 3 periods. 3 periods are given below. So these are the periods. Period 1, period 2, and period 3. Stock XY, XY, XY. Return for X and Y and expected return for X and Y for each period. So these are the periods. Let me classify each period, right? So what is expected? Calculate coefficient, calculate covariance and coefficient of correlation between X and Y if the standard deviation of two securities are 5 and 4 respectively. So it is the same as the previous example, but we have only one period move. So if this is so, we can copy the previous Excel file, right? So copy this one, paste it here itself, right? Simply can paste it here, and simply you can just change the formula itself. Edit it. We want to just edit this one, right? Rest of the thing is the same. If rest of the thing is the same, so why we should not use the same one, right? So everything is fine. So simply we can remove the section itself. Remove the section. Okay. Okay, fine. Delete, right? So go for the period 1, period 2, and as well as period 3, right? These are the periods. Mention return of X. How much is return of X? For the first period, 8. So directly mention 8. For the second period, how much is return of X? It is 12. For the third period, how much is return of X? It is just 3, right? That's the case. Expected return of X. How much is expected return of X? For the first period, it is equal to 7. For the second period, how much is? It is equal to 14. And for the third period, it is equal to how much? It is just 4. Go for Y. How much is return of Y for the first period? It is equal to how much? Hello 1. How much is for the second period? It is 6. And how much is for the last period? For the period 3, it is just equal to 5. Then how much is expected return of Y? For the first period, it is equal to 10. For the second period, it is just 4. And for the last period is also just equal to how much? Equal to 4, right? So easily you can calculate this one. So make this one also with the yellow one, right? And make also this one with the yellow. Now you can calculate it. From 8 minus 7 equal to 1. 12 minus 14 equal to 2. But of course minus 2. And 3 minus 4 equal to minus 1. Go for Y. From hello 1 minus 10, of course you get minus 1. Sorry, it is positive 1. Positive 1. From 6 minus 4 equal to 2. And from 5 minus 4 equal to 1, right? Now you have to multiply it. Then how we can multiply? Of course, you can multiply in this way, right? Equal to, so this one into this column, okay? Simply equal to 1, right? Second one, minus 2 into 2 becomes simply 4, right? And the second column, the third one, minus 1 into 1 is equal to minus 1, right? Now, if you want to sum up, basically this is negative 4, right? So negative 4. Why? Because minus 2 into positive 2 become 4. Okay. Now you can find out the total. This one is what? Negative. Okay. Okay. This column multiply to this. Right. So now we can find out the total or take the sum of this one. Sum of this one is equal to. So this one is equal to how much? Equal to minus 4. So still it is not covariance. In order to find out the covariance, first merge this one, mention covariance. Covariance. So covariance between X and Y, right? covariance between x and y is equal to x and y is equal to what? This one should be divided by number of period. But in this example, how many period? 3 divided by 3. So this is basically the result of covariance. Again, it is negative. If it is negative, it means so the two security do not have the same features, so risk of the security is less. But in order to understand it in the better way, so we have to go and calculate coefficient of correlation as well. How to calculate coefficient of correlation? Mention here coefficient of correlation, right? So coefficient of correlation, or we can say R x and y. R x and y means coefficient of correlation between x and y, right? How to calculate this one? Whatever is the result of this one should be divided by what? Should be divided by a standard deviation of x and a standard division of y. A standard division of x is 5, a standard division of y is 4. So 5 into 4 become how much? 20, right? So directly divided by 20. Whatever is the result, so the result simply, whatever is the result simply can be called as coefficient of correlation between x and y. So it is negative, but of course the result is very less. If it is not wrong, so let me do it once again. So this formula, equal, this formula should be divided by 20, right? Press the equal sign, so you get something. Formula and try it again. Okay, sorry. So I think this is correct, but let me do it once again, right? So save this file, save this Excel file. You can do the same thing with the OneNote as well. Save it right now. So okay, the last part is not saved. Okay, it is fine. Even this one is also saved, this one. But in order to check this one whether it is correct or not, so the result of covariance is minus 1.333, we can say, divided by how much? Divided by 20. Why 20? Because 5 into 4 is equal to how much? 20. Okay, it is not, again, does not work. So let me do once again. If we do again, it is the same, right? So let us divide it with the calculator. Sometimes it doesn't work. So minus 1.33, of course minus. It should be divided by what? Divided by 20, right? So of course the result is fine. So even that result was the fine. So this result was fine, no need for this one, so please remove it. So covariance is equal to this one, but of course it is negative, so risk is less. So coefficient of correlation is equal to minus 0.06. So there is no, of course, they do not have the same features. They're moving the opposite direction, but not in a much, we can say, much in deep. It means, so they may not go in the opposite direction in a perfect way. Why? Because the perfect one was -1, but this is of course minus, not even -1. If it is 0, minus 0.06, right? So we can say risk is a little bit more as compared to the previous example.